When I first started my dental practice back in 1989, most dentists actually helped each other out. Oh, there was a few cutthroats, but most were not. There existed a sense of community that was evident, even within our state dental association. They actually had a new dentist committee that was really helpful. The association leadership would assign someone as a mentor, which was very helpful for me. Where is that sense of community in dentistry? We begin our podcast right now.
Welcome, all of you fantastic dental podcast listeners, to the My Practice, My Business Dental Podcast Show, where we help dentists profit and thrive with excerpts from the clinical business of dentistry training here at My Practice, My Business. We'll be addressing and answering questions with current trends dentists and their teams face each and every day in their pursuit of this wonderful career we call dentistry. And now the host of our show, the clinical director and president at My Practice, My Business, Dr. Rob Thorup.
As I started this podcast, I started laughing at myself. I sound like such an old fart. Back in the day when I first started dentistry. The years pass by quickly, folks. Enjoy the profession. But back then, it seemed like as long as a dentist was proficient at caring for his or her patients, stayed up to date on advancements in the dental industry, you were active in the community, one could be reasonably assured of making a pretty good living. The problem and issues facing dentists were fewer, actually. And I would listen to the older dentists that I talked to, and they called it the glory days of dentistry, the drill and fill days, and popping a ton of silver in people's mouths. But it wasn't uncommon for dental teams to work together for many years. Back then, the pace of change was, it wasn't fast as it is today, comparatively speaking. And we fast forward to today, and the pace of change is sometimes difficult for people to keep up with. I mean, my gosh, I'm definitely a technology leader and have all the bells and whistles in my office of most things. Some things I don't care to have. But the problems that we're facing in dentistry, I think, are larger, though maybe not completely different. For example, here are 4 major issues impacting dentistry today per the ADA, the AGD, other entities out there. Number 1 is dental insurance reimbursements, obviously. Number 2 is dental insurance companies trying to control the quality of dental care all of us can deliver to our patients. That's the one that irritates me even way more than the reimbursement rates. Number 3 is deceitful language on EOBs, the explanation of benefit forms. That ticks me off. Number 4 is the decreasing numbers of trained front office people, dental assistants, and especially hygienists. We put these wonderful front office people into our practices, tell them to run $1 million business, and they have no business training. Good job, dentists. We're great at doing that, not giving them the support they need. That's why they need to come to our courses, so they can learn to do their jobs a lot easier. The answer to all 4 of these issues, and many more, they can be found within the dental community. And if it was as strong, as vibrant, as unified in purpose as it should be, these issues can be handled. And without a community, where do we turn for help? And community is one of the foundational principles here at My Practice, My Business. And because Tracy and I believe, in our whole entire team, we believe strongly in creating relationships that help our dental family. Every one of our clients, we just call them our family. We help them be successful. It's common for our friends to gather with us at UDA conventions and other meetings, at training events, or wherever we are. And if you ask them a dental business question, they might talk your ear off. And that's what we love. We love that it's great. They have a story to tell because they've been through our training, and quite a story to tell. One of positivity and profitability. One of the definitions of community is a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. That is exactly the case here at My Practice, My Business in our community. Everyone is working to overcome these 4 issues and many more, and to realize and enjoy success in their dental businesses. And in our MPMB community, dental insurance reimbursements are a non-issue because we teach practices about insurance contracts and state laws that allow them. Sorry, I've been lecturing a lot. My throat's given out, but I'll make it through the podcast. But we teach practices about insurance contracts and state laws that allow them to be profitable with the procedures they perform. By learning to offer choice, quality dental care can be decided by the dentist and the patient. And that deceitful language on EOBs can be overcome by learning how to communicate with dental insurance companies and with patients so that they understand that the EOB lies come from dental insurance companies and not from your dental practice. And workforce issues are a non-issue with dentists because our dentists can pay their team members top dollar for employment. Because why? Because we're profitable by procedure. Please understand that I'm not saying those 4 problems are easy to fix. Solutions certainly take work. But before we can start to fix things, we need to confront a common roadblock. And it's this: we dentists often blame others for our own problems. What do I mean? We blame insurance companies for our financial problems. We blame the economy for our decreasing profit margins. We blame the younger generation for our staffing issues. But if we're honest, who's really to blame? It's you and I. Dentists have wonderful dental skills and do incredible work for the patients they serve. But it's our business skills that are lacking, and it greatly affects our dental practices. Any dentist can learn how to really understand insurance contracts and state laws. We all can learn our rights as healthcare providers and not allow third-party payers to walk all over us. Why don't we? Well, it might require us to rethink our traditional, widely held beliefs that have been ingrained in our heads for years. And these are beliefs that were taught to us by individuals who just passed on information that was simply untrue. These are beliefs that surround us in the dental industry that were taught to us as gospel truth, except they're not. Let me give you some examples that Tracy and I often encounter, and these are beliefs dentists think are true prior to attending our training courses. You guys, this is the number one is sending your fee-for-service fees on dental insurance claims because that'll cause your reimbursement fees to increase. Ask yourself this question: how much have your reimbursement fees gone up in the last 10 years, 15, 20, as you faithfully have sent in your fee-for-service fees? Do you know why dental insurance companies want you to do this? It's so they can show their clients the big discount they get. They certainly don't highlight how little they pay out on a claim, do they? The second thing I see is you can't offer your contracted dental insured patients MePat dental services and charge them for it. What do I mean by MePat? Well, first off, in case you don't know, LEPAT, L-E-P-A-T, stands for least expensive professionally accepted treatment, and is what insurance uses as a base for reimbursement rates. That's what you contract with, LEPAT rates. MePat, M-E-P-A-T, stands for more expensive professionally accepted treatment, and is what your recommended and or preferred treatment for most treatment scenarios likely falls under. Dental practices most certainly can offer patients MePat dental services and charge them directly for it. As of today, the only unlawful exceptions to this are patients covered by Delta Dental of Washington, Oklahoma, and Hawaii Dental Services, which I understand is managed by Delta Dental of Washington there in Hawaii, so it's not really Hawaii Dental Services. Those three try to control the quality of care. And what are the state associations doing with that? I'm going to digress here for a minute because it's something that really has been irritating me. I've been seeing it in the ADA news. Washington State's going after Delta Dental. What are they going after them for? Now, I could be wrong, but it looked like they were going after like a bundling component to prevent them from bundling in the very beginning, and now we've seen it drop. We haven't seen it on their legislation or going after them. All we're seeing is Delta Dental lowered the reimbursement for out-of-network dentists to try and promote the patient to go to in-network dentists. So their in-network dentists still can't offer choice without being yelled at by Delta Dental Washington. And so you're only being reimbursed for LEPAT, even though their contract states you can offer MEPAT, and even though Washington State has two wonderful state laws that Delta Dental Washington breaks continuously, but nobody has the cojones to stand up to them. So we see that, wow, Washington's going after Delta Dental of Washington State Dental Association what are they going after them for? You're only representing your out-of-network dentists there, which make up a small portion. What are you doing for the rest of your membership, Washington State Dental Association, that actually are signed up as a PPO provider for Delta Dental of Washington? And then you're going after the MLR law. What did he do? There's so many articles written by so many very astute people on this thing, minimum loss ratio. The insurance companies already have a workaround. They're a business just like anybody else. Nobody has a right to tell somebody what they can or can't profit on. I guess unless you're a utility maybe, I don't know, right? I mean, the federal government regulates that, but otherwise keep government out of our pockets. Instead, why don't we pass state laws like we have here in Utah? Why is Washington State so afraid to pass the laws that we have here in Utah? Tennessee, good for you. And others, you've passed ours. Network leasing, down coding, and bundling protections law. Why aren't other state associations doing that? That's the big question. What are they afraid of? Why are they not wanting to actually pass laws that make a difference in our lives instead of an MLR law, which will not move the needle, and going after Delta Dental of Washington with the fact that they lowered the reimbursement rates to out-of-network dentists? What does that help the in-network dentists do? Nothing. Something to think about. 3, the only way to be profitable in your dental practice is to drop your dental plans. This statement is so untrue. I mean, even in Washington and Oklahoma and Hawaii, there are dentists offering choice, flying under the radar, doing the right things for their patients because that's the ethical thing to do. And legally, they're right to do that. It's just that these 3 states, they love to exercise unrighteous dominion over the dentists that they have on their panels. They love to show the discount given, and they don't want their clients paying any more out of pocket for dental services because they only want them to have LEPAT services. Doesn't that sound like socialism, communism, actually? So, again, with all the other states out there, and by the way, I applaud the dentists in those 3 states for doing the right thing, and some of them are pushing back against the would-be insurance companies. And what's interesting is Delta Dental Washington and Oklahoma and Hawaii, they're the only insurance plan that tries to regulate that. Wouldn't it be powerful in the court of public opinion to start telling HR departments and their leadership and other people that there are other insurance plans that they can sign up for that don't do that don't try to control the quality of deliverable dental care? How about the associations getting behind that in a PR move? What a concept that would be. Okay, going back to 3. The only way to be profitable in your dental practice is to drop your dental plans. This statement is so untrue. If you live in an area where dental insurance is prominent and you drop your contracted dental insurance plans because the dental associations are telling you to do so, or some dental entity is beating their chest about it to drop them, or for whatever other reason, then be prepared to mitigate the financial damage. Here's a simple fact. You can be very profitable with PPO plans. If you start dropping them, you're going to lose patients. Can you lose them? That's a question to ask yourself. Would it be nicer to take care of those wonderful people that are on those dental plans and actually learn business principles to be able to charge fairly for the need-based dentistry that you actually do? That would be a better place to be, I think. It's right in the contracts and state laws. Don't fear the beast. Learn to work with them and learn to push back when they try to break state laws. Dentists and their teams who have been through our training will be the first to tell you that it's really nice to be part of the MPMB community, the My Practice, My Business community. Are you ready to join? Are you willing to stop blaming everyone and everything else for your problems in your practice? Are you able to let go of any long-held beliefs that may be blocking the way forward? If so, Tracy and I stand ready to help. We love helping. We love serving. Is MPMB the only community within dentistry that is helping to solve problems? No, of course not. Others are doing what they can to make valuable progress with the practice and science of dentistry. We love that. However, I kind of envision such a bigger picture of what we all can and should become together. I see national dental associations, I have to say national because, there's the ADA, the AGD, right? They're doing great things to bring common reimbursement and billing standards to all third-party payers. I see dental associations advocating to their legislators, working with state insurance commissions, providing leadership to young dentists, enabling dental business training to reach all dental teams. Time will tell if this vision will come to be, but for now, I remain hopeful. I believe together we're much stronger than we are individually. I believe that the associations need to start figuring out why they're losing membership and to start doing things that will increase membership and increase that community. But if you're looking for a community to belong to, come join us. I promise you, it'll be the best business decision that you'll ever make. I appreciate you all listening to the podcast. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Till next time.
Thank you for being with us today. Since 2006, My Practice, My Business has been teaching dentists and their teams business skills, dental insurance contractual protocols, and state laws governing how to profitably bill patients fairly for the need-based services they provide. What's more, we guarantee our training, unlike other dental consulting companies in the industry. Simply stated, if you don't increase your net revenue, we don't get paid. We call it dental consulting the way it should be. We believe there has never been a more important time than now for dentists to experience and implement our key methods, knowledge, and business training within their dental practices. To learn more about our guaranteed, no-risk clinical business of dentistry training that is changing dental practices for the better, just go to our website, mypracticemybusiness.com, and surf our pages for additional information about our company and the services we provide. When you're ready, give us a call and get scheduled for the most profitable dental business training that you will ever experience. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave us a 5-star review. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us. Thank you again and have a fantastic day.